This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Mr. Roberto, and boy, that 10-game win streak feels like forever ago, doesn't it? Even if it was less than a week ago when it was snapped by the struggling White Sox, although their pitcher was very good. Either way, the Jays enter the wildcard break first in their division, which, to be honest, nobody was predicting at the start of the season, as the season continued, or even just a month ago. However, they have dropped 3 of their last 4. And other than that lone win, the Bats were really silenced against the Athletics, and in that final loss to Chicago. And the AL East is extremely tight, as the Jays' lead in their division is just 2 over the Yankees and 3 over Boston. And Tampa is also there, looming just 5.5 back. So if the Jays are going to make a run here in the second half of the season, what needs to change? Well, the short answer is Vladdy. On the season, Vladdy's not having the best of years. The stats aren't bad, just kind of meh for someone who's getting paid what he's getting paid. But when you look at those July numbers, that's when things get ugly. Just 2 extra base hits with no home run and 2 RBI. That's just bad when you're this far into the year, you're warmed up, you're good to go, you're gelling with your team, and you're also in the All-Star game. So I've just been saying it from time now, Vladdy's not been clutch, but it's okay, don't listen to me. And this is when things get tricky, because Vladdy's worst days were arguably part of the Jays' best of the season, as they are 9-3 this month. So if Vladdy has some positive regression, even if other parts of the Jays go the other way, they should be able to keep this thing competitive and in a playoff spot. And if you ask our friends at FanDuel, they're saying the playoffs are a lock as they're minus 500. Well, listen, if you're a fan of Toronto teams, are you getting your hopes up? Well, it's pretty rare for an NHL team to go from worst to first in a single offseason. Definitely not impossible. And today we're going to rank the 4 division losers from a season ago based on their chances to win their division next season. Summer hockey content. Up first, we'll head to the Central, where it feels like Chicago has an uphill battle to make some noise, while they have one of the best young talents in the league with Connor Bedard, who, it's worth noting, has nearly identical stats as Patrick Kane did prior to his third-year jump. However, the team around him doesn't feel ready to make that leap, while Kane had a great team around him. Many of Chicago's young core barely had any playing time last year, and considering they only brought in a handful of free agents, they need a number of guys to show some major strides if they want to get better for next year. One team that does not have that problem is the San Jose Sharks, as their trio of young forwards looked incredibly promising last year, and the reason we have them ranked ahead of Chicago on our list. Now, San Jose did have by far the worst record in the NHL last year, so a push to first would be pretty remarkable. But unlike Chicago, they've made a lot of moves to try to be competitive next season. And while it likely won't happen, at least it feels like they're moving in the right direction. In the number 2 spot, we've got the Boston Bruins, who out of all the last place teams, probably had the best team a season ago. And that's really the only reason we rank them as high, because their offseason has definitely left more to be desired. Sure, they added some nice depth pieces, but none of their signings feels like they're going to be able to move the needle in a tough Atlantic. Now, they still have guys like Pasta and Jeremy Swayman, so we can't fully count out a resurgence of the Bruins next year. But without any new additions, a rise all the way to first feels a little too out of reach. Which brings us to Philly, who out of all the division losers feels like they have the best path to first, and that's thanks to their strategy of low-risk, high-reward moves. Philly began the offseason by bringing in Rick Tocchet to be their head coach, and while 2025 did not go his or the Canucks' way, let's not forget he had the Canucks in first place in the Pacific and won the Jack Adams just a year before. It is a similar story for Trevor Zegras, who they acquired from the Ducks in June. Last year was a rough one for Zegras, to say the least, but just like Tocchet, he was great not that long ago. And if the Flyers could get either one of these guys to return to form, it could be a great year for Philly. We just gave you some good points on why you should choose which, but I feel like I'm still going to go with my heart on this one, and that's Philly. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
Can I present you with the most frightening youth sports team you've ever seen in your life? I don't know how I feel about this, because are these kids taking the mess home after? Are they under lock and key? I don't like this kind of stuff. Guess what? It's promo time.
You're not gonna getting a cold.
No, I'm sorry. The DAP isn't coming back. Sorry about that. Hockey. Okay, if you're not watching the Bardown hockey team's journey in the Road to Glory series on the Bardown YouTube channel, then I don't know what to tell you. It's hands down some of the best stuff our team makes. And this past week, the team did a Bardown staple. We played a little game of Called Out. And in case you're wondering who got it the worst, wonder no further. It's obviously Jesse.
Teammate with the worst style.
Jesse Pollock has the worst on-ice style I have ever seen in my entire life.
Absolutely Jesse. Jesse, I don't know if it's on purpose or he actually likes what he does out there, but It's atrocious.
The blue skates, the like chrome helmet, it's just, he's a disaster.
Wears like yellow socks with our red jersey.
I got cut out for worst style.
I would say Jesse on the ice, just because those skates are outlandish.
Man, I think I have great style. Like I've got custom gloves, like beautiful colors.
The blue skates they piss me off, but I kind of want them in a weird way.
Custom skates. The back part is falling off a bit. I'll give you that. They gotta get fixed up.
I think it's the tape around the neck guard. Like
When I was taping it around with gold tape, it got pretty messy. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
The helmet is like a spray painted helmet.
My bubble could also use a repainting.
We have team socks that you can wear.
Oh, I didn't know that everyone thought I had such bad style. Thanks, fellas.
I actually like the skates. I'm actually a fan of the skates. The yellow socks with the red jersey, though, that is atrocious. To watch the full video, go to Bardown's YouTube page or just click the link below. That's it for me today. Sorry, picking them out 3 New Pacific. Have a good one.